Hey guys, what's going on? Temperistic here, back again, and today we are going to be moving on to our second licensed killer. This is going to be Bubba from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anyone who hasn't seen that movie, you need to do so right now and then come back to me. He's got regular base speed, regular attack radius, and a stall, so nothing to go off of there. You got the story from right there, but if you've seen the movies, you should know the story. And we are going to be going over to his power here, which is very simple. Basically the same thing as the movies. He's got a hammer for regular hits. He's got a chainsaw for an insta down. And it tells you how to use the chainsaw right here. Basically, you hold down the button to charge the chainsaw, and then you let it go, and he swings it from left to right. And as he swings it, he gets a speed boost, and you're going to see in the bottom left hand corner, we're going to have a little box that shows when to press the same button that you use to charge the chainsaw at the right time, so you get to keep going. Otherwise it'll stop you and you'll have to charge it again. So you're going to get about 3 of the tokens, and when you charge the chainsaw and let it go, the tokens start to diminish, and right as the meter hits the end, you want to press the same button that you used to charge the chainsaw, so you can use the second token, and then the first token, and then the last token. So you get the point of that, and it's called the tantrum meter. Yeah, so the tantrum is basically when he swings the chainsaw from side to side. It increases for each charge that have been used during the sweep, and then any remaining charges are lost. Like I said, well, it says his movement speed is decreased, but that's not true at all. Or maybe I'm getting tantrums and chainsaw sweep confused. During the chainsaw sweep, he is a lot faster. I don't know what they mean by tantrum, though. I don't know, maybe they're talking about, because when you use the chainsaw, if you hit a solid object, he'll start to go crazy and you won't be able to use him. He'll be like stunned for a few seconds, so maybe that's what they're talking about. But anyway, the description here, it makes it more confusing than it actually is. But anyway, let's take a look at his add-ons. Right here, we're using Beast Marks, which makes the chainsaw sweep movement speed faster by 2%. And then it increases the time required to charge the chainsaw by 12%. And then Primer Bulb will decrease time required to replenish charge by 1 second. So these are just little helpers here. I actually found out these are more beneficial than the other build I've been using, because what I was doing before is using iridescent flesh, and what this means is, let's say you're on your last token and you're at 0 and the meter goes down. If you hit a survivor, it automatically resets it as if you weren't on your last token, to where you can keep going. You can literally go across the whole entire map in one chainsaw charge. As long as you keep hitting survivors. And then I was using the award-winning Chili, which increases maximum chainsaw sweep duration by 0.2 seconds per charge spent, which it helps out. It does. And for our offering, we're just gonna put on pudding. So yeah, this is the killer that I've spent the most time playing. I wouldn't necessarily say he's my favorite, but he's one of my favorites. And like I said, with the other guy that has a chainsaw hillbilly, you want to have bamboozle on the killer at all times. It just makes it easier to hit people with your chainsaw, because all people have to do, survivors, to dodge your chainsaw or not get hit by it, is vault over a window, and there's nothing you can do. Whereas if they use a pallet, at least you get to destroy the pallet, And with hillbilly, there's a add-on that you have to where you can actually go through the pallet and still hit someone, even though it's not an instant down, it still injures them. Fortunately for Cannibal, which is what we're calling him in DBD instead of Bubba or whatever his name is in the Massacre movies, there is no add-on that you can use with him for him to go through the pallets and still hit the survivor. because his chainsaw is easier to use than Hillbilly's. But he's a lot of fun to use. I like him a lot. Another thing that survivors can do is they can run around a tree or some kind of solid object, which makes it harder on the cannibal to hit them, because they also have to follow along the same pathing as the survivor in a circle without having their chainsaw hit the solid object, because then they'll be stunned for a little bit. So, but it does take a little bit of getting used to. The learning curve isn't as big as like Deathslinger or the Huntress or Nurse or Blight, where you have to be more accurate. But you'll see. I'll show you once we get through this very long queue. And you're like, Temperistic, why don't you just edit the video to where we go to the point where you start the game? Because I want you to see what you're gonna have to go through. Now your MMR is gonna be a lot lower than mine is, because I've been playing for a long time. But I don't know. I mean, the last game where I was playing as Doctor, I managed to convince people that had MMRs similar to mine, which actually isn't how it's supposed to be, because the longer that it takes you to find a game, the further away the MMR is supposed to be. So, I don't know. Maybe Behavior doesn't even know how their own system works. I mean, in my opinion, any developer that hides a rating or rank from the player kind of just tells me that they're hiding something that they don't want us to know. Like, they're stupid and they don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like you'll ask them, and you'll be like, "Why do you hide the rating? Why don't you just let us see it?" Well, because some people are self-conscious about their rating and stuff. And I'm like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. That's why they made it to where the killer, like, recently used to be able to see a rank above the survivors' heads right now. And they took it away because they don't want you to know that you're going up against a survivor that has more hours in the game than you. I don't know. It is something. Something. And then once again, when you're playing as a chainsaw guy, you don't want to, or like a long range killer or something, you don't want to get any of those indoor maps. You want to get an outdoor map like McMillan or I would say Crotus, but Crotus is a survivor-sided map. Even Crows isn't too bad. Cold Wind is good. The movie theater is good. Garden of Joy. You want a map where you can move around a bit, because if you get an inside map like Memorial or the game, they're just gonna be like, this one's okay. There's just gonna be too many pallets for them to use, and you're gonna be at a disadvantage. Okay, we got Grim Embrace, which is good. Every time we hook a survivor, there's gonna be 10 seconds that they're not gonna be able to work on gens. And then the fourth person that we hook for the first time, they are not going to be able to do gens for 40 seconds. And then the perk on the right, it means if I'm around a gen that just got finished, I get a speed boost. And that's what it looks like when you mess up. So we're going to try to stop this person from doing this gen over here. And we have to swing at them like that, because like I said, if they vault, there's just nothing you can do. They already got a gen done that's really fast. And we get our first down. Because they didn't want to drop the pallet. And then the perk on the bottom there, it makes it to where our tear radius or something is bigger. And then the one on the left, whenever I'm carrying a survivor, I'll be able to see people that are close by. We see scratch marks here. Oh, we don't know where they went. Oh, there's Ada. There she is. She has a speed boost going on there. She did it too many times. And she almost messed up there. But she has another one, so we're gonna go after this person now. This is the same person that we hooked before. We gotta do what we gotta do. They've made it a lot harder for killers to win games, so we have to play a little dirty. As you can see, once again, we're going up against a team of 4 that is calling out. That's a blast mine there. Whenever I hit a gen with a blast mine in it, that's what happens. And yeah, you may think I'm complaining or whatever, but I'd say it's about half complaining and half trying to teach you what the state of the game is here. I'm trying to get you to play Survivor is what I'm saying, because you're going to have a better time playing Survivor. There we go. You're going to have a better time playing Survivor, in my opinion. I mean, it depends how good you are, you know? Depends how good you are. You know, I mean, three gens should not be going right now. That's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to go through that. Especially when I'm playing a B-tier killer. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, yeah, Doctor is also a B-tier killer. So it's like you either have fun and you lose, or you play as a killer that's good but not as fun and you win. So I mean, it's up to you. Do you care about winning? Do you care about losing? Yeah, so we want to get rid of running this log here. We want to leave her because that's one of the dumbest loops in the game. There's no way that the killer can win that unless they have bamboozle, like I was talking about. Oh yeah, there's just no possible way I can win this game. Yeah, as you can see, they can just see where my order. I gotta leave her. You know, it's tough out here, man. Playing killer, I'm telling you, it's tough. I'm sorry, but it's just not fair. It's not fair. It's tough. You know, you wonder why the population's going down, but do they care? Not really, because they're like, oh, you know, we're going to get all these people coming over from Five Nights at Freddy's, so it's okay if our loyal fan base leaves. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do, man. It's brutal. I'm not sure what happened there. That was weird. I'm actually gonna clip that. Yeah, he's taking me to the outside of the map. So he's yelling into the microphone right there. Hey guys, I'm taking him to the side of the map. You guys can work on gens. there's just nothing that the killer can do, you know? There's just nothing. But, anyways, guys, this is what you do. You press the start button, you press Y, and then you quit out of the game. That's what you do in that situation. Unfortunately, when you do that, you lose all your blood points for the game, and you get penalized. In the bottom right-hand corner, you get penalized for 60 seconds, and the second one, you get penalized for 5 minutes. No, it might be 5 minutes. The second one, I'm not sure. But I already lost the game. There's no point in wasting my time trying to play because I already lost. But that's Cannibal. Even though, you know, I'm not going to play another game to show you guys how to play Cannibal. That's basically just all you do is, you know, rev the chainsaw and try to get them and practice your corners and all that. But I want to show you the raw gameplay. I'm not going to sit here and hide anything from you guys. I'm going to show you what exactly the state of the game is, because what behavior is going to do is they're going to try to bamboozle you, pun intended. They're going to try to pull the wool over your head. They're going to try to put a smoke screen in front of all the problems of the game. But we're not going to play those kind of games here. Here, we're going to show you exactly what's happening with the game. The state of the game is absolutely garbage. Okay? It's garbage. They cater to the minority of the fan base. The majority of the fan base plays killer. Okay? That's just an objective fact. Because of the blood point bonus that they always have for survivors, letting us know, at least on North American servers, where the majority of the population is, that indeed the majority of players are killers. And that is even more evident when they bring out the 2v8 game mode, and as a killer you have to wait 15 to 30 minutes to find a game because nobody wants to play Survivor. Why does nobody want to play Survivor? They don't want to play Survivor because it's boring. You know? I played Survivor and it's boring. Who wants to sit on a gen for 60 seconds picking their butthole, right? Not me. It's more fun to play as killer because you get to kill. You get to run around the map. You control the pace of the game. But at the same time, you're not going to win a lot of your games because the game is garbage for killer. So it's like, yeah, don't play the game, uninstall it, and go play something that's fun like Expedition 33. But that's Cannibal, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Cannibal. He's doing his best out here, you know. But yeah, it's brutal when you go up against a team of 4. 2 games in a row. Let's go.